briefly, I could give a whole presentation on environment and genetics and whatever, but it's a common and popular narrative to say that this increase in myopia is associated with screen use. And we've been hearing this for a long time, be it color televisions, computers, and tablets. But there's a problem with this narrative. If you look at the epidemic in the Far East of myopia, that really kicked in 30 years ago, well before the beginning of the century. And that means that those children were developing myopia in the 70s. Now, the personal computer really didn't arrive until the 80s. I wrote my first paper, my first scientific paper in around about 1984, 85 on a very primitive computer. But the onset of all this myopia in the Far East predated the development of computers. And it was decades before the onset or the introduction of iPhones and tablets and Androids and all those things. So whereas it's a popular narrative, a lot of the myopia we see really preceded that. And those data I showed, of course, showing the increase in the United States, that was myopia that developed again in the mid to late part of the last century. Now, one thing we do know is that there's a much stronger association between outdoor activities and the incidence of myopia. And it really doesn't matter whether you have no myopic parents or one or two myopic parents. The more time you spend outside as a child, it lowers the probability of you becoming myopic. And of course, that's a really good public health message, because spending time outside and exercising is not only good for our eyes, it's good for our cardiovascular systems and can also lower the incidence of death.